This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, guys, so let us start the session. So where are we? What was our previous session? Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, we have discussed about
Writing
the
skills.
writing skills.
Writing
Yep,
skills.
Yeah.
right. So actually we started on RBP, but since I was not getting the password of this admin, so we immediately started the topic called reading skills. Okay, in our previous class. So what do you mean by reading skills? I have explained you. Okay, so that's an independent topic, guys. So you can create number of reading skills, half-yearly performance review or annual performance review, all those things in the system. Okay, so it is like the template which are all already available. You can edit as per your client requirement. Okay, you have the rating skills in different ratings like 1 to 5 or 5 to 1, top to bottom or bottom to top. So we have created. Okay, so today I'm going to finish. I'm going to complete one important topic called RPP, the same topic which we started. Okay, so I'll be finishing this. So RVP is one important topic in the whole SuccessFactors. Okay, this is not only applicable for one module called Employee Central. This is applicable for all the modules in the system, guys. Okay, so whether you can, I mean, this talks about whether you are authorized to touch anything or to open anything or to operate or to run the program or anything. Okay, so it gives the authorization for you. Okay, RDP, it controls the application. Okay, so based on your designation or different parameters, based on the different parameters, you will be given the authorization. Say for example, last time which I said, if you are in payroll department, you cannot touch the recruitment side. You're not going to run the or generate the offer letters, and you're not going to release the offer letters, all these things, because you are restricted. Okay, how the system is restricting you? Because of this RBP, role-based permissions. And if you are in RBP, I mean, sorry, if you are in recruitment team, or else if you are in PMGM, you will be working on only those modules, not on the other modules. Okay, so if you see here in the SuccessFactors system, so guys, so here you are seeing all these modules, all these icons. So this is your goal management, this is your performance management, this is your compensation, and this is your recruitment module, this is your onboarding, and this is your employee central, all this. Okay, so don't expect that in the real time also you will be having access the permissions to all the modules. So if you are an EC consultant, employee central consultant, you will be having the permissions only for this employee central and couple of basics. But definitely you're not going to get the access to the other modules called recruitment or compensation, all those things. Since this is for the training purpose, all the modules are activated for you. Okay, but in the real time, if you are working on recruitment, you will be working only on the recruitment. If you are working on employee central, you are authorized, or you will be having the permissions only on the employee central. Now the question here is how the system knows that you are an EC consultant or recruitment consultant. You will be having only these authorizations, permissions. So everything will be controlled by the RBP, role-based permissions. And again, if you are working in recruitment, say for example, you are working as a manager. In the recruitment team itself, you are the team lead or manager. And one more person is there, he is an executive. Okay. So manager can generate the offer letters, he can delete the offer letters also. Something it got any mistake. So he can correct it and he can delete that also. But whereas an executive, he cannot edit. He cannot edit or he cannot delete. So even in the recruitment also, based on the designation, you can say. Okay, so lots of things we can do in the RVP, role-based permissions. Okay, so for the theoretical, so I'll be sending you this document. This document is from SAP itself. So what do you mean by RBP, role-based permissions? So RBP manages the permissions in the SuccessFactors suite. RBP controls access to the applications and what users can see and edit. A user is an employee, what he can see and edit. This is what you're going to do. It is very sensitive information. Okay. Say for example, you are an employee. You cannot go and check other employees' bank account details. So it's going to show you an error saying that you're not authorized to see these details. How the system is behaving, because RBP, role-based permissions, you have not given any authorizations. Okay, so it's a suite-wide authorization concept which applies to the majority of all the modules. That's what this is not applicable for only the EC. This is applicable for the whole system, guys, for the SuccessFactors system. Okay, fine. Okay, so let me give you some examples. So hope all of you can see my screen and audible.
Yes, Sandeep.
Yeah, thanks for that. So let us take a couple of real-time scenarios from the client side. Okay, so client requirement. So client requirement says, so I wanted to give, okay, these permissions to a set of employees. Okay, so all these real-time scenarios I'm going to give, since we have started on the real-time. Okay, the first requirement is this. So I wanted to give the recruitment permission, recruitment permissions should be given only to the employees from India. Okay, so you can consider anything called, anything called recruitment permission should be given only to the employees from India. This is one condition where the client is giving you. Okay, so or else you can say recruitment permission is given only to the recruitment department. You can go for it. I'm just showing you a couple of examples here. Okay, and the payroll permissions, the payroll access or authorizations should be given only to the payroll department or HR department. HR department. So when I say this condition, the system, it's going to check how many employees are in HR department, how many employees are working in HR department. If the system finds around 10 employees or 20 employees, all the 20 employees will have the payroll access. They can run the payroll, they can release the payroll, they can do the payroll postings, all these things they can do. But here the only condition is HR department is the condition for this. Okay, and here the one parameter is recruitment permission should be given only to the employees from India. Okay, so this is one condition. So you people have created other things also, like I wanted to give permissions like so only head office Delhi location employees should have authorization to, what shall we give here, something like I'll give workflows, or I can give you what?
Pay structure, pay group.
Yeah, you can give anything. If you wanted to give only the pay structure, or the foundation objects, or the MDF objects, or the time information, anything you can give. Pay structure also you can give. Okay, the time information. Just giving some random examples, guys. Okay, so this is one condition. This is just for your understanding. Okay, so here if you observe, this is something called based on the country. Based on the country. This is something called based on the department, and this is something called based on the head office Delhi location. So I'm giving this. Okay, so and also if I wanted to give, see, I'm going to give some permissions, guys, which is unsensitive area, like payroll related, and again this is for your variable pay. Variable pay, and for this access I have to give for those employees who joined on or before, this is very important, on or before Jan 1st 2011. If I say this, it's going to check the employees whoever joined, okay, whoever joined on or before 2011 onwards. So that means it's going to pick only the employees who are having around 10 years of experience in the company. So these employees will be having the variable pay access. So you can give this parameter also, which is very important. Okay, and even you can give the one more condition, like based on the date of birth you can give it. So based on your position you can give it. Okay, so based on the gender, this is very important. If you are sending the report for maternity leave or anything like women empowerment, okay, so this also we used to give the access. So if we give something like only female employees should have access to generate maternity leave report, something like this. Okay, so I'm covering all the scenarios for your understand. This is how the client requirement would be. Okay, and also I can say the employees from US and UK and working in HR department should have access to recruitment. I'm giving one more condition here. Okay, so that means you have given three parameters. The system should check whether the employee is from US, yes, and also he is, I mean, it is giving other than the US and UK. Okay, so it's going to allow you the US who is in UK, okay, as well as who is in US, and whoever working in HR department should have access. So it's going to check both the countries and whoever working in HR department, and it's going to bring those. Okay, now you people are having the access in the system in the SuccessFactors. So far you have been taking the employees data, like if I say he's Mr. Jack, he's one of the employee, so you can see his profile. He's a recruiter, he's a production director, he is human resource director, all these things. But I wanted to generate a report. So based on this, I wanted to give the access. So this is possible with RBP. These are the scenarios. There is no limit for this. You can go with a number of scenarios. All these scenarios, why I am typing here, these scenarios will be very useful for you at the time of interview. So I worked on these scenarios on RBP. You can explain all this beautifully. Okay, fine. Now let us go for how you are going to work on these scenarios, guys. Okay. So for the first one, so what you're going to do is, so in RBP role-based permissions, you're going to create a group. Okay, so if I say recruitment permission should be given only to the employees from India. Let us say this scenario. And for this scenario, what you're going to do is you're going to create a group. This is known as manage permission group. So that means you're going to create a group, the name of the group called, so the name of the group I'll say here at the bottom. So recruitment group India and underscore, I'll say this is for HSBC client. Okay. So this is the name of the group I'm going to give. Okay, manage permission group. Under this, you're going to create the name of the group, and this condition is, so this should be given only to the employees from India. So the system should check how many employees are from India, and all the Indian employees who are from India should be part of this recruitment group. This is what our parameter which we are going to do it. Okay, fine. So before that, let us see what do you mean by manage permission group. Theoretical. So I'll send this document for all of you. So we are talking about the permission groups. Okay, so manage permission groups. What do you mean by permission groups? You can see. So permission groups are used to define group of employees who share specific attributes. Specific attributes means whoever in India, that is one specific attributes. Whoever working in HR, that is one specific attribute. Okay, so you're going to create a group based on one specific attribute. Okay, so you can use various attributes to select the group members. Okay, those who are from UK, those who are from US, and who are working in HR department, yes, you can go for various specific attributes also. Okay, so that's the example they have given. For example, a users department, country, or job code. So all these things we have taken. Okay, so they have given more in example. There might be a permission group called HR in US, which would list all US based employees who work in the HR department. The same thing which we have taken here. So those employees are from India. Okay, so would be given the recruitment permissions. So let us create this in the system. So guys, remember RBP is very sensitive, so you won't be having the access. Okay, so for your practice, all these things. So only in the real time, if you are working in RBP, you will be getting it. Because knowingly or unknowingly, if you are deleting one module, it is gone. Okay, if you are deactivating this, it will be gone. Okay, so this is sensitive. So in the real time also, you won't be having the access unless you are working on RBP. Okay, only one consultant will be having the access. Fine. The path is from this admin center. Under manage employees, you can see set user permissions. So you can make a note, set user permissions. Under this, we can go to manage permission groups. You're going to click on manage permission groups. So guys, this is an independent topic, nothing related to your previous topics. Okay, this is a new topic and an independent topic which I started today. So hope everyone is understanding this. Okay, so in the system you can see how many permission groups are here. These are the groups and how many active members, all these things you can see here. Okay, so or else you can ignore this. So directly what you can do is you can create a new group. Click on create new. So you're going to type a name of your group, then choose who you want to include in this group. So I'm going to create the name of the group called recruitment group. Recruitment group, admin group, HR group, you can go for anything. Recruitment group. This is for HSBC. Okay. So currently, if you observe, how many members are there in this group? Active group members. There are 0. Currently, which is 0, guys. Okay. So you're going to add the members in this. You're going to add the members in this particular group called recruitment group. So the parameters you're going to check, you're going to select from here. You're going to choose group members. Okay, so you can include multiple people pools in the same group that we'll discuss. Okay, so you are going to pick a category. You need to understand what are all the categories which are available in the SuccessFactors system in this RBP. Okay, these are the categories. So based on the citizenship, you can. Okay, based on the citizenship, you can select. Based on the city, you can go for it. Based on the country, you can go for it. Based on the compensation information, or these are the custom fields. Anything you are creating on your own. Okay, like Adani Power you are creating, and how many employees from Adani Power you can go for it. Okay, these are the customized. So based on the date of birth. Okay, so whoever birthday is on in the month of March or something like in December, you can select based on the date of birth. You can go for it. Date of position also. Okay, based on the department, diversity candidate, division. So employee details, future leader. Here you have gender, high date. So based on the high date, so whoever joined in the company on or before 2011 or 2015, 1999, anything can go for. Based on the job code. So based on the job information, business unit, company, cost center, department, division, location, lots of things we have, guys. Okay, based on the pay grade 1, pay grade 2. So all this. Okay. Based on the position, based on the location, based on the merit. Can anyone give me an example where this will be useful? This merit, all this. I wanted to create a group only for the married, this one condition for married. Anyone from your experience?
Employee welfare.
Very good. Employee welfare, as well as you have these nominees, right? For your spouse and 2 children, health insurance. Okay, all these things you can filter. Okay, you wanted to create a group. In this group, only the married the employee should be part of this group. So you can go for it. Okay. So this is nationality, reason for leaving, state, just explaining. So based on the username, all those things. So I'm going to create a group, recruitment group from India. So India means it's a country. I'm going to select the country. So which country? India or US? I'm going to select India. So we have two. I'm not sure who has created this, but let me check. So I'm taking the first one. We'll see. Only one employee from India. Who is this employee? Monica. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll delete this. I'll go with the country called India again. This India I'll go for. Now I'm going to click on update. Yeah, you can see Indian employees in the system, in the SuccessFactors system, 376 employees. 376 active employees. If you want to see the list, who are they? You can see Mr. Srinath, Julie, Harry, Henry, Tom, Rachana, Mohammed, all these people. So how you are saying they are from India? So you can see their locations there in Mumbai, Hyderabad, Delhi, Gurugram, sorry. Bangalore, you have around 20 pages. You can see these are the employees. You wanted to give for everyone the access. Okay, you can select it, or else a different a different condition also you can give. Those who are from India, those who are working in HR department also you can go for it. So just I'm giving this. So I have updated. The system has searched for you and found 376 are from India. This is how the system is going to fetch the details. Any doubts? Anyone? Anyone? It's not audible for us. Anyone asking any doubt? Any doubts? Krishna, is this fine for you?
Yeah, Sandeep, like for example, if we like a new project came, if we don't have any data, so how we can reflect here? If there is, like for example, if in India it's showing only for one, we need to add
Okay.
some other employees from HR department. So how we
Okay.
can do here?
It's a good question. So this will be done once after implementation. If you analyze this, you're not going to do it. So you're going to create a group, okay, recruitment group HSBC, okay, and this you will be having only one employee as of now, okay. Then tomorrow, hundreds of employees have joined in the organization. Okay, you have added all the entries. Then again, once you come here and if you refresh, it's going to pick those who are activated. We got it. This is how we used to. So on the first day itself, you cannot identify how many employees are from India or all the employees list are added in the system. So nothing like that. So your admin or HR, they used to do this. From the product-based company, they used to do this, or they'll be sending a mail. So new members joined and they should be part of this group. So your RBP consultant or the HR consultant, okay, so their regular activity is adding the members in the group and removing some members from this group. All these things you are going to do it. Okay, Krishna.
Okay, Sandeep.
So this is one condition which I have given. So I have created a group called this one. So I have taken this screenshot. So this is how you're going to create a group. Okay, so one group I have created with all the members from India, and I'm going to save this. Okay, so this is the name of the group called Recruitment Group HSBC, which has 376 members. Okay, 376 members are too high, but let us say as of now, just for understanding. Okay, so I'm taking the screenshot also for you. So guys, whoever joined newly, so this is something called whatever the classes I'm taking from the day one. So everything, the classes, theoretical, everything will be given here, date wise. Will be elaborated and explained in this document along with the screenshots, and this is known as your running notes, everyday class running notes. These notes will be shared to you, all of you, every 2 days or 1 week, like that, so whenever you want. Okay, so fine, this is we created permission group. If you observe here, so far we didn't do anything. The client has given you one requirement. Okay, so based on the requirement, you just created the name of the group and who are part in that group. Okay, that's it. So are we creating one more group? Say for example, the payroll permission should be given only to the HR department, or only female employees should have access to maternity leave or something, welfare or something. You can go for it. Those who are from US as well as UK and who are working in HR department should have access to recruitment. So all these scenarios, now you understand where to go and work. Okay, so simply you can go here, click on create the name of the group like payroll group. You can give payroll group or admin group, senior admin group, IT group, whatever. Okay, and you're going to categorize. You can pick a category from here, choosing the country or city, the date of birth, department, or the gender. So when I say gender, you can give here female or male. So you can check it out. So it's going to pick all the female employees, around 534 female employees are there. So you can go for it. Okay, so women empowerment program, you can go for it. So likewise you can check, and also you can go with a number of things. So based on the nationality, okay, so nationality is equal to something like just give Nigeria. I'm not sure whether it is there or not. It is not there. So if you have the data in the system, it's going to show you. So you do not have, if you have in the system, it's going to show you like this. Okay, nationality is equal to, so lots of conditions you can go for it, guys. Okay. So not only that, you can go with high date. High date is equal to MMDDYYY. So you have this. So you can give the condition. High date should not be equal to. So I don't want to give for the employees who have joined in the year 2020. Should not be equal to, you can, or less than or equal to, greater than. So based on the conditions, you can go for it. Many things you can do it, guys. Okay, many things you can do it. Just showing you. Okay. So likewise, high date you can use. So see, I don't want to give anything based on the country, based on the department, based on the position, nothing. I just wanted to give for one user the permissions. So in that case, I can go and select that user by going to this user itself. So I'll give user. So user is equal to, I'll say, let us say one of the user called Mona. So it's going to show you this Mona Bosch. Okay, and I'm going to add this user. So now if I update here, it's going to show you one user. Who is that user? Mona Bosch. So if you have any 4 users or 3 users, you can give that also. Okay. So if you have any specific users, if you want to create, you can create all those things. Okay, fine. This is one thing. So before that, so let me add one more user. So one more category. So I'll go with the user itself. Let me check with the Jack. So H Jackson, I'm giving this. So I'm going to give. So say for example, these people are the board of directors or someone. So for these people, I wanted to give the access to all the modules. So what else the names we have? I'm just checking like, okay. Okay, so someone, so I can select multiple also at a time. So I'm going to give this. So once I update, it's going to show you only this condition. User and username you have given. So Hannah Jackson. So I have given here user should be this and username should be this. So the system is getting confused. So out of these two members is having the payroll access, guys. Okay. Now all of a sudden, this is one real-time scenario. Okay. So Krishna and everyone. So your HR has sent a mail saying that 2 members are there, Mr. Jack and Hannah. Okay. And you will be receiving an email. Please remove access. Please remove access immediately to Mona Bosch. So you will be receiving like this, Monabush or something. Please remove the access immediately to Monabush. So this is also your real-time scenario. Under what circumstances we used to receive mails or something like instructions from the HR, please remove access to so and so person. So please revocate the access to so and so group. It won't be group, but so and so person. Under what circumstances, from your experience, anyone, guys?
When they
When
resigned,
your shift terminated, fine.
Your voice is breaking, Malika. Not sure.
when they
Yes,
resigned,
Yeah, yeah. When they resign, yes, very good. One example, and the other one,
When they move to other projects,
when they
when they
move
move
to
to
other,
other projects.
correct. When they move to other projects, when they resign, okay. When they are in notice period, so definitely you, because this is payroll, guys. While leaving, so before they leave, 1 hour before, if they go and adjust a 10 to anyone, any of their relative salary, then gone. The salary is gone, or any of the access. Okay, so whoever resigns the critical position, so immediately HR will be sending an mail to you, and you're going to remove the access to so and so person. Now we know these scenarios. Okay, under these scenarios, yes, the access will be terminated, even though the employee is in notice period. I don't want I don't want to give the sensitive access to those person who are serving the notice period. Anyhow, they're going to leave next month. Before leaving, they may release one offer letter, or they can adjust any salary figures. So anything, any possibility is there. So immediately the HR will be sending you an mail, being an RBP consultant, and you're going to remove access only to that particular user, not to the entire group. So you have a group called what was the group we have created? Permission group, recruitment group, recruitment group HSBC. In that you have 325 users. So out of that, one person got resigned, and so that person has to be excluded. Okay, say for example, so this is the group which you have created, right? Recruitment group HSBC. And these 376 are there. Okay, so let us do a real-time scenario. I'll show you how. I'm not saying this. So recruitment group HSBC, you have 376 members. So out of these 376, I can see Srinath as a person. So Srinath is on a notice period. So I wanted to revoke his access. I don't want to give any access to this guy. Okay. So there are two Srinaths. Let it be. So when I revoke his access, it becomes 376 to 375. Okay. So without affecting the group, I'm going to terminate or exclude only one employee. This is your real-time scenario, which I'm explaining you. So simply you can see exclude these people from the group. Okay. So you are going to exclude from the group called recruitment group HSBC. So you can go here and select that user or username. Okay. So let me check what Srinath is this showing. Yeah, Srinath A. So I'm going to select. If you want to use one more user, you can go, and I wanted to give Srinath JP also. So both. So now 376 minus 2, it should become 374. This person should not be part of your group who are running the critical activity recruitment group, because they can release the offer letter and they can leave. Okay. So I'm going to click on done and click here on update. So now you can see 376 to 374. Okay, so I'm going to click on. Now if you observe here in this 374, you can see the Srinath. These are the sensitive areas how you are going to work in RBP, role-based permissions. Okay, clear? Any doubts? Anyone?
Sandeep,
No.
here, only the permission has been deleted, means the record of the permission has been deleted. So what about the major data will be available in a success factor record for those employees who are getting exited?
Can you rephrase your question, Krishna? Like, I understand that only the permissions, like since they are in
Yeah.
payroll permission or recruitment team. So I mean, my HR said that they since they have resigned, they should not be part of the recruitment team. Remove that. So I have removed the access. I mean, they are not part of that group. That's it. Okay. As of now, we are discussing only that. So we have not yet covered one more topic called granting the permissions actually. So I just created a group, and in this group this many members are there, but what are the permissions they have? Since I mean still we have not yet covered that, so I'll be covering the topic called what are the permissions they have. So that means when I remove these persons from this group, automatically whatever the permissions which we have activated to them, that will be removed to them, right? Is that clear?
Yeah, clear. And one more here in managing permission, I can see statistic or dynamic. What does it mean, statistic and dynamic?
Yeah, I'll explain to you. I'll explain to you once after creating this something called manage roles, permission rules. Once after creating, I'll come back and I'll explain to you statistic or dynamic, Krishna. Okay. Any other doubts?
Sandeep, can we remove bulk? I mean, access. Can we remove access to bulk people like 10, 15, 20 like that?
No, you can go for it. The same thing which I have done, 2 members. If you want, you
Okay,
can
we
go
have
for
to add a couple of candidates there. Okay.
all the 10 members, or the whole department also you can delete it, or the whole country you can delete it. Anything you can do. Okay.
Sandeep, suppose
Yeah.
as a RP consultant, is having the rights to deny the access only, or he can deny the entire data. He can hide the entire data of employee.
Okay.
So as a RBP consultant having the rights to hide the employee data, resigned employees data.
No. Can you rephrase again, sir, Parthu?
For RBP consultant, just now you said we have removed the access for that particular employee. Okay.
Correct.
But as an employee data still is available with the RBP consultant.
Yeah. Employee will be there in the system. So what we are doing is, employee will be there and all his data will be there. Since I have removed Srinath, so Srinath is an active employee in the system. Okay, if you see here, Srinath. So I just deleted him from that particular group so that he cannot access anything which is given to that, the permissions, whatever given, called a recruitment group. But the employee is still active and he has all the data in the system. I have never deactivated him. I never thrown out of the system and never deleted any information. Okay. See guys, in real time, if an employee resigns, the major activity like if he's a critical resource working in payroll or HR or anything recruitment, those access will be terminated. That is one thing. And once this employee resigns from the organization, so that means he becomes active to inactive, but his history will be saved even for 10 years or 20 years forever. That's the thing. That's the reason our previous companies which you have worked for ABC company, okay, or prior to this you have worked for some other company. Now you are joining in a new company, and if they are sending a mail, please check Parthasarathi in which department he has worked. They will be sending you all the details because the data will be stored in the history. In the same way here also, all the data will be stored in the history. And employee information, the employment information, job information is not suggested or recommended to delete from the system. It is possible, but it is not recommended. Even after 10 years or 20 years or 30 years, even in the airport authority, like anywhere, any organization where you have traveled, when you have exited the country, all the details will be there in the history. Okay.
Okay.
Any other questions, guys, in this topic? Meena, I think you are on mute. Indira, Malika, Thiru, Vipon.
No, Sandeep, Clear, it's clear.
Okay, fine. So this is just an understanding in depth, guys. I just don't want to explain, okay, how to create and manage permission group, create new and creating a group, adding members. I don't want to explain like this. We will always discuss with the real-time scenarios. In the real time, what are the scenarios out there? Okay, of course, all of you know this, but still, we can, discuss all these things. It's going to be an interactive sessions like how. Okay. So now let us go for the next topic called permission. So manage permission role. So in RBP you have manage permission groups and manage permission roles. Okay. So roles means what exactly? So you are in recruitment role. So this person will be having access to all the recruitment. So edit or delete or correction. So all these things we have in the recruitment side or in the payroll side are in the different things in the whole system, security, workflow, MDF. Okay. So guys, last time you people have worked on RBP, sorry, this foundation objects. So let me open one more screen. So you people have worked, simply you people straight away getting into the system, and you people have worked on different this one. So by clicking on employee files, and you people went to manage data, and all of you whoever joined, so you people started creating the legal entity, business unit, all these things. Legal entity, the name of the company. Okay, the legal entity you have created this. So likewise you have created departments, divisions, business units. So all the business units for HSBC. So you people have created all these business units. Okay, so you people have practiced. So do you think that creating legal entity, creating business unit, division, department, this managed data access will be given for every employee in the organization? No, the answer is no. Being a consultant, you are a consultant, that's why you are logging into this in this page and coming to this managed data and creating whatever. You are creating a new business unit, you are creating a new department, you are creating a new location. It doesn't mean that everyone in the system are having the access for this managed data. Okay, for an end user, they won't be having any access. An end user, they won't be having any access. You want to show me? So I'll show you 1 second. So I'll take as a proxy. I'll go for any end user. Say, for example, I'll go with any end user. Not at us. So I'll check with I'm not sure these users are having access, but let me check. So Nancy, I'll take this employee, taking a proxy on behalf of her. What do you mean by proxy? On behalf of the other person, if you're logging in, this is known as proxy. Okay, these are all small concepts, but very interesting as well as important, guys. So on behalf of this employee, I'm logging in. So we will see what are all the authorizations she has. So Nancy, okay, so she has everything, it seems. So security permissions report. She doesn't have any permissions on this called RBP. She doesn't have. So let us go for employee files. She has employee files managed data also. Okay. So she has, this is permission she has. Let us go for another user. So what I'm using is proxy. So I'm taking a proxy for another person. Any dummy person I can go. So I'm just checking for one of the employee, Nirav. So I'm logging in as a Nirav, okay, as a proxy. So let us see Nirav, what are the permissions he has. So we do have most of the permissions. Since this is for our training purpose, all the permissions are given. But in the real time, they won't be having all the permissions. Okay. Yeah, you can see very limited here. So you have hardly you have around 15 transactions. That's it. You cannot see more than this. And recruitment, there is no permissions for this guy. For onboarding, you do not have permission to change the configuration for this module. For payroll, you do not have permission. So as an end user, this guy, Mr. Nirav is having very limited permissions. Okay. So for manage data, he has, and manage organization pay and job structure, he has. So rest of the things he do not have. No recruitment, all these things. This is how in real time you will be having. It doesn't mean that whatever the access you are saying, everybody will have the same access. If you're working on Employee Central, on recruitment, only one module will be activated for you. Why unnecessarily I should give access to you for all the modules? If you're an end user, you'll have the limitation. You're not going to, work on the configuration, all these things. First of all, you don't have any permissions. So payroll, you do not have permissions. Onboarding, you do not have permissions. All these things. This is how in real time you'll have it, guys. Okay. Any questions? So this is proxy. Even proxy will have the access only for the SF admins, not for everyone. Okay. So just 1 second. I'm becoming self. So I'm taking these classes a bit slow. Okay, since people have joined newly, and this is a new topic anyhow, but it's not about RBP means just creating a group and adding the persons and working on. You should understand the concepts as an SF consultant. That's why I'm elaborating, giving all the examples and the client requirement, all these things. Okay.
Sandeep, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Now I can.
I have a doubt in RDP, like if we have any wrong person in the permission, like we have edited in the legal entity, we have edited in the company information like that. So can we edit the person in this RPP? Like I want to change. Now I have given you as a payroll department, and now I want to give some other X person as a payroll.
Okay.
So can we edit?
Yeah, you can always do that. It regularly happens when a person resigns or when a person joins, or by mistake this Mr. A should be part of recruitment. By mistake you have added in payroll. Okay, so all the corrections can be done. Okay, the admin guy, he'll be doing it, any corrections, all those things. But this is sensitive area. In projects, this cannot be tolerated. If you're doing like these mistakes by mistake, instead of payroll, this person is associated in recruitment, and before you delete the access or before you make corrections, he has released his offer letter, one offer letter to his relative, then gone. Okay, the loss will be very immense actually. So it should be very, I have seen in my projects, okay, the RBP, like banking information. Some person, a new joinee, can see the banking information of the board of directors, all these things, and he was taking the screenshots, all these things. Immediately he was thrown out of the company. Okay, the banking information should be given the permission only to the authorized persons, not to everyone. Since you are an employee in the organization, it doesn't mean that you can go and check your manager's bank details, what is his account number, how much balance is there. Okay, it's all very sensitive. That's the reason, like RBP itself, it is very sensitive. No excuses. Okay, so we should be very careful, Malika. Yeah.
How you got to know that he is taking screenshots? Is there
Yeah,
anything that you'll get to know?
yeah. We have some mail notifications actually. The moment when he is clicking on bank details, okay, repeatedly. If you are even if you are working for HSBC Bank, or SBI Bank, if you are clicking on one person account details again and again, if you are clicking that, a mail will be triggered to your admin or HR. The person's the mail notifications will be triggered. So and so person on so and so time has clicked here, and every week or every day or morning or evening before start of the hours or end of the hours, background jobs will be running called audit reports. In the audit report, if your act is suspicious, then your name is highlighted number of times. You have clicked in banking details. Always you are clicking on banking details. Then I will check, okay, which bank details he is checking. One particular person, one manager's bank details you are checking again and again. So I'll ask you the explanation. If it is genuine, okay. Otherwise, I'll take an action. This is how, guys, in the real time it works, Krishna. Okay. So mails will be triggered. Everything mails will be triggered. You can set audit reports, all these things. This is what your HR activities, right? Who is doing what? Why he is doing? Why you have logged in? All these things I'll be checking. Okay. So fine. We'll see that all these scenarios in the coming sessions. Okay, so I didn't start here called permission rules. So tomorrow the topic I'll be continuing on this manage permission rules, and I'll explain you the whole system. What are all the rules, how you can edit, how you can delete, correction rules, to whom it can be given. Say for example, I have manager and I have executive. So manager, he can log in to manage data, and being a consultant, his designation is manager, but still he's a consultant. He can create legal entity, business unit, division, departments, and if any corrections he can add, he can edit, and he can delete also. But executive, he will be having only edit permissions or create permission, but he cannot no delete permission. So, or for some activities, you can set only view permissions. Okay, no deletion, no correction, all these things. Even in your companies, you can go and see only some details, only view. That's it. You cannot make any corrections. How the system knows all these things? So all these things will be part of your permission rules. So tomorrow, which is very, very important, I'm going to show you. So what are all the permissions and how to give the permissions, edit, delete, correction, insert, all the permissions I'm going to show you in the next coming class. Okay. So any other doubts you have, you can ask me. Otherwise, we can wind up the session, guys.
Yes, Sandeep. No doubts.
Okay, fine. And this is for the new joinees, Meena, Parthu, and Krishna. I need to take the backup session for you. Okay, just let me know when you people are available. So tomorrow morning 7:30, I just wanted to take a backup on foundation objects. 7:30 to 8 we'll sit on the backup, and 8 o'clock we'll continue our these topics. Okay, that's what I'm planning. So let me know your availability.
Myself, okay.
Okay,
Okay, Sandeep. Sandeep, for me, okay.
Okay, Krishna. And just wanted to hear from Meena. Meena, if you can't talk now, you can just send me a mail, or you can communicate with me. Okay, later. So tell me your timings also accordingly. Once you confirm, so I'll take the backup. Okay. So check your mails. If any updates, I'll be sending you the mail, guys. So fine, guys. Then thank you. See you tomorrow in the same meeting at the same time. All of you. Bye bye.
Thank you, Sandeep.
Yeah, bye.
Sandeep. Bye.